Hi, my name's Chuck Burns. Look in the background. I'm Chuck Burns for the USA. Maybe you've seen a YouTube video. Maybe you've seen some of my other stuff. But if not, this is another issue that's near and dear to my heart. And this video is going to be up on my YouTube channel, but it's also going to be the video you're going to see in my funnything.com campaign for, giving nonviolent offenders who successfully complete probation, who have served no time in prison, their rights back. You see, here in California, this is first off, this is a very near and dear issue to my heart because I have some personal negative experience with this, and it really was troubling to me what happened because I made a mistake when I was younger. I got convicted for having over an ounce of marijuana, and I'm a nonviolent guy. I don't have any violent offenses in my past, but I found that after doing my time, serving 3, which was only 4 out of 6 months, I got released early on, 4 out of 6 for good behavior, and doing the 3 years on probation, and even after waiting a year after that before going from a judge and asking for my rights back, I found it really disturbing that when I wanted to get those rights back, it was more of this question of well, why do you deserve them back? As opposed to well, you've checked all our boxes, done what we've asked you to do. Here's your rights. And I found it disturbing that it wasn't that simple. That somehow, and especially disturbing in a liberal state like California where there's bias, that it was more of a question of why should I have my rights than, okay, you've earned them. You see, if someone checks all the boxes and does everything that they're supposed to do, they should get their rights back, especially if they're non-violent, non-prison offenders. I mean, what's the point of hurting people like that? I think, in fact, it hurts their chances of being successful members of society by taking away maybe their hope that they can be a normal part of the world again, taking away their maybe any kind of optimism they may have that things can go back to normal. I think that by giving people that hope, we can cut back on rates of recidivism, which for those who don't know what that is, means repeat offenses, repeat offenders. I think we can cut back on that. If you give somebody a goal, some standards to which they can achieve, then they see, what they have to do clear cut in front of them, and they have a goal, and they have something that they want to get to, and you have it there, and there's no, well, only if the judge says okay. No, you've checked your boxes. You've served your time. You've done your probation, completed it successfully. You're nonviolent. You didn't have to go to prison. You get your rights back. Period. And I think that leaving, especially in a biased state like California, that up to a judge's discretion is really not okay. If you want people to change their lives and be better, which I did, I went out. I opened a business. I got into the construction business. I opened a business as a contractor, and I moved on with my life. And now the town I had trouble in. If you want that to happen, if you want people to have a goal that they can achieve and they're going to really see where they want to go in life, you have to give them, standards they can meet, an expectation of when they achieve those standards that they have success. So this is something that's near and dear to me, having had experience with it, having had to go to the courts, and having been looked at like a criminal all over again. When I've moved on to change my life, that was really demoralizing. And people shouldn't have to go through being looked at like a criminal all over again when they've moved on and changed their life. That's not what America's about. And that's not what it should be about. You see, a good, honest American who makes a mistake, who changes their life, should have the ability to move on with their life and not have to do it without the right to defend themselves, without the right to take part in their country's future, without the right to vote for the people who will affect their and their children's lives. So I please ask you right now, if you want a little bit more detailed explanation, read below. Go down the page, read below. You'll see kind of what I want to do with this, where your money will be spent. And if we get some good initial support, I'll offer some rewards. But don't let that discourage you from donating now, because I'm not going to offer rewards if the campaign does not have money to buy, because that would be wrong. Because I'm promising you stuff I don't know if we can afford yet. So, if you think that people should have their rights if they made an honest mistake, and you think that having the right to participate in your own future and your children's future through the right of voting, and having the right to defend yourself and your family if you make an honest mistake and you live up to the standards that society sets for you, and you achieve those standards of successfully completing probation, being a good guy, and moving on with your life, then you should be able to have those things back. Thanks for watching, guys. Share this campaign. This is important. How I had to fight is not how people should have to fight. You should not have the discretion of a judge, especially in a state like California. What holds you back from having things that you've earned? Thanks for watching. Donate, get behind this, and let's make something about it.